E benvenuti a una nuova puntata di Coffee Talks, o dovrei dire welcome to another fabulous episode of Coffee Talks here inside Coffeeness Lecce with our friend, our special friend, ladies and gentlemen, MYLIOUS Johnson. Hi MYLIOUS, how are you?
I'm good.
Not the first time inside
No, definitely not the first.
Okay, perfect. I forgot to present my friend Gianluca Lotteria, il nostro videomaker, ma anche per l'occasione, per oggi, for today, now, our translator.
Thank you. From New York.
From New York. Ok, allora, we can start, ok? Correggimi se sbaglio sempre.
Go.
Ok,
Who
is MYLIOUS Johnson?
Who am I? I ask myself that every day.
Ok. Me too.
No, I'm a guy from New York. I was born in the Bronx. I grew up playing music my entire life, drums, of course. And I don't know. I'm a musician. I know that for sure.
Okay. Musician is the first. Okay.
No, first, I'm a man.
Okay.
I'm MYLIOUS first, and then I'm a musician. But I'm sure I'm a musician.
Okay. It's a little bit different to interview American boy. I can.
Yes.
Because after you, I interview only Italian musician. My big question is, what the very difference between Italian musician and American musician with your background?
It's exactly that. It's the background. Culturally speaking, I was born in the Bronx in 1975. So I grew up with hip hop.
Okay.
So that is a big advantage when it comes time to playing anything dealing with hip hop. I have the roots inside. I grew up in New York City, so I grew up in one of the big homes of jazz and music in general. My father was a pastor, so I grew up in gospel music. So playing in church, gospel, R&B, blues is all the same music. So arriving to now, you put me in this space. My advantage is exactly my background.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes.
It's not that I'm technically better than someone or not. It's more of your culture, your history, and it's not just where you're from. You can also study your way there. So it's about how much time you put in. But my advantage is, and the difference I made when I came to Italy was my background.
Ok, allora, chiedo a te così già che fai da... Allora, io vorrei chiedere a MYLIOUS, poi if you...
In
Okay.
Italiano.
Ok, dai, vabbè.
Let's go.
A little Italian, a little English. Allora, your story is different, your background is different rispetto a un italiano. Ma quanti conoscono veramente la tua storia? E questo è il posto giusto secondo me per raccontarcela, perché la mia curiosità è proprio la vita comune. Cioè, tu nasci in una famiglia nel Bronx. Come sono quelle giornate? Come vivi le tue giornate quando sei giovane?
Oh, how did I live when I was young in New York? Okay.
Ok, esatto.
So, the Bronx in I would start from 1980
Okay.
because I was old enough to go outside. So I remember 5 years old. So 1980, New York was a very different place than what you visited.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. So my father was a community organizer, later the Syndico of the Bronx.
Ok.
And then later became inside of the urban planning of the Bronx. So he was a politician.
Okay.
And he was also a famous athlete. So my life growing up wasn't so normal because of this man in my home. So when I say I grew up in the Bronx, it was tough, but it wasn't as tough for me as maybe it was for some other kids who grew up at the same time in the Bronx as me. Other than that, it was school every day, basketball all day outside, playing drums. My area was full of musicians, Tito Puente, Louis Vega, all these guys lived in my neighborhood.
Louis Vega, Africa Bambaataa, Just Ice, KRS-One, Scott LaRock, BDP was from my area. And it was always music outside on the weekends, block parties. And New York in 1980 was culturally incredible. Like, it was being born, a lot of things were being born at that time. Okay.
Not just hip hop, you know, there was a lot going on in New York at that time.
And when you go to dance, which music to dance in the black party?
I don't think it's, listen, music should make everybody dance. I don't think it's what kind. You know, I think where you are, you get on. You know what I mean? Like, if you're in Tomorrowland, I don't think you're going to hear a lot of trap music. But I'm sure the spirit will touch you at some point.
Dance.
Yeah, you'll dance.
Okay. Allora, my friend, when the first time you entry in contatto, first time you touch a drums?
I was okay. So the story goes, my grandmother was a pianist, and she was my first babysitter. And she would practice in the day, and I would start to play along with her. Then I got old enough to crawl in the kitchen, and I started to take the pantole.
Okay.
And I started to play the pantole when she played the piano. Finally, she took me to the music store, and she brought me a little drum set, and I started to play. So I would say about 2, the first time I started to really have drumsticks and play is about 2.5.
Ok, and after, allora, step by step. Ok, tu nasci nel Bronx. La prima batteria, quindi te la compra your grandma. When you start your profession, cioè quando diventi, cioè voglio sapere il percorso,
when did I become a pro?
Okay, a pro, but I want to know
the journey.
Yes.
Okay, so I started to play by ear. No one knew I could play. One day the drummer was late, and the drummer in my church at that time in the Bronx was Steve Jordan, because he's from my neighborhood. He was late, and I went to the drums and started playing. So I was 4. So nobody knew I could play. My grandmother never told anyone. Okay. So I started playing, and then my father started to ask me around 5, what do you want to be? And I told him I want to be a professional drummer. And he looked at me and said, okay. And he was friends with Max Roach. So my first drum teacher was Max Roach from the age of 6 to 12.
Okay.
During that time, going to school like normal,
okay,
and playing drums in the afternoons or weekends. My aunt, Iris, was working for CBS, and she heard about a TV program that was coming on Disney where they wanted children to play and do live music on Disney. Okay. So I was about 7 or 8 years old when that happened. I went to Disney.
First TV show?
Yeah, my first job.
First job.
My first job was Disney. And, well, no, my first job was playing in my church.
Okay, playing in my church.
Oh, that was my first job. My second job was the Disney gig, and I did that for a while, and then I did another TV program called Child's Play. And then, you know, playing in New York, in jam sessions, clubs, gigs around the town, weddings, whatever, you know.
Okay, I want to know, I want to ask you, tu sei uno che ha sempre suonato, e io quando immagino il Bronx, no, o comunque la culture of the Bronx, I imagine the really jam session, cioè the name jam session. For my idea, born in New York or in
New York, New Orleans. Yeah, these were jam sessions. Small jazz clubs, everybody inside. Yeah, I come from that culture. My grandfather was a club owner.
Okay.
And I was lucky to be around a lot of that and to see the part about the jam session, I think that's lost.
Okay.
Is everyone's more concerned with the show part. The jam session is not the show. When you're at work, when you're on the stage at a concert, you have to show. The jam session is to push each other, you know? I have to do something to make you push more. You have to do something to make him push more.
Okay.
So it's not about even the mistake. It's a jam session.
Okay.
You have to improvise. You have to make the mistake into music. It's the chance to stretch your brain. You know, I like jam sessions because I get to listen to other musicians, and I also get to play with other musicians, different things. I play for artists. I play their music. You understand?
Yes. Okay. I understand. Okay, my friend.
I want to ask you one question.
Please, brother, you've been sitting over here
yes.
all the time. My cheeks.
Come on.
You talked about gospel before, and also hip hop, and some other music genres that you encountered in your life.
More than that, yeah, but yeah.
How much this genre influenced you as a musician?
Okay, so here's the thing, and it's scary what I'm about to say. If you're really doing music, everything you hear goes inside and comes out somehow. This is a fact. No one wants to believe it. It's why you should listen to everything, but also be careful what you put inside. Okay. Not too much of one thing. You know, if you're trying to be a broader musician, you have to listen to a lot. Even if you don't get to play it, you still know what it is. Yeah. Everything influences. It's you know, what did it? I forgot the statement. They said copying is the, you know, is the greatest. Yeah, it's the point. Yeah, everybody copies. It's not copying. We're humans. We internalize and we put it out.
Yeah.
But what I hear and comes into me, will come out different. We can listen to the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, we can all three listen to the same thing, go and play it, and it'll sound completely different. And that's the point. It's not really copying. You understand?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, before you, I ask another one, drummers, Giulio Rocca. Which the very difference between nice drummers and not professional drummers? Cioè, quando uno è veramente bravo, come lo capisci?
Okay, so
C'è proprio una cosa oggettiva.
This is objective.
Okay. Objective.
Okay. When you start talking about this is objective. The one difference I'll just put here, one guy does it to eat, the other guy does it for fun. So I would imagine that the guy who does it to eat takes it a little bit more serious than the guy who's doing it for fun. I say that is the difference.
Okay.
The politically correct difference.
Okay. But not politically correct difference?
I will never say that out loud. I cannot. I'll tell you after.
Okay. Allora, I want to know the allora now we go to Italian history, okay? Your first contact with Italy or Italian guys, I don't know. Your first city.
So, the first contact I had with Italy was at the Blue Note in New York City in 1987, 88.
You had playing Blue Note?
No, I wasn't playing. I went to go see Billy Cobham play.
Okay.
And
my dream goes.
His guest was Tullio de Piscopo. Yes, in like 87, 88, something like this. And he had the stickity boom, stickity bang, bang, bang. I still remember that they were playing that together at the Blue Note. He was the guest, and that was the first time, besides New York is 80% Italian.
I know.
my grandmother's half Italian. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, no. So, you know, besides that, musically, Morricone, all the Western films growing up, watching the films, Western films growing up. I'm a musician as a kid, so I would read the records and want to know who was playing and these things, yeah. So that, my first contact as an adult, as a musician, was I met Jovanotti.
Okay.
In MTV Awards in Inglaterra. We were in Edinburgh. Edinburgh in 2004 maybe. He won the Moon Man for L'Ombelico del Mondo.
Okay.
Maybe like 2003, something like that. He won for L'Ombelico del Mondo, the Moon Man. And I was closing the show. I was playing with Pink. And we closed that award show.
Okay, in this show you play with Pink.
I played with Pink. He won the Moon Man. It was MTV Europe Awards in Edinburgh. And I met him backstage. Yeah. And that was the first contact I had. And then a little bit later, the musical director of Pink and Christina Aguilera at that moment was Alessandro Alessandroni.
Alessandroni.
Yeah, this is crazy, because his father was the guy that... See, it's his father.
È buono, brutto e cattivo.
Yes, of course. Yes, the whistle and the guitar is Alessandro Alessandroni Sr.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So he went to Berkeley. He played with Bobby Brown, Whitney Houston, all this stuff. The only white guy on stage is Alex. And he was the musical director for Pink. And he told me, hey, you're going to my town, bro. And they called me to play for Lorenzo. And then I came...
To Milan?
No, I flew to Rome. And then Giorgia Johan picked me up in this Audi, I don't know what it was. And we drove like someone was chasing us to Ancona.
Okay, to Rome to Ancona.
Yeah, I flew from, I was finishing the tour with Pink. I flew to LA. I went home to New York, and then I went New York, Rome. They picked me up in Rome, and then, yeah, we drove to Ancona, yeah. I was in Ancona for 2 months. I have to tell you that story, bro.
Okay, let's go.
That shit was crazy. So I was in Ancona for like 2 months. The only American in the band on the Bon Sangue tour. You know, it was all the Italian guys. Pierre Forsky, they just got, he stopped playing.
We speak, they speak English or not?
No, okay, this is great.
Okay.
No, this is great. Okay. So Lorenzo speaks great English,
okay.
Right? Santanino a little bit, Michele Canova spoke English, and Giorgio Johan, the production manager.
Okay.
And maybe Fabio Carmasi. These are the 5 guys that spoke English. The rest of the band did not speak any English.
Okay.
And the percussionist was Brazilian who lived in France, Jorge Bezerra.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a monster. He's incredible. But he spoke 0 English. So, yeah, I arrived there. Like, I thought I was going to stay in Rome. Like, yeah, cool, I'm in Rome. Nah. Airport car. I end up on some cliff at this hotel on the cliff with the sea in front of me. Like,
how was the view?
Amazing, but what the fuck?
We are Italians. We have good views.
Man, listen, I will say something about Italy at the end of this interview.
Okay.
But it was incredible. Like, that experience was like, okay, I just drove 200 kilometers an hour, got out of a car in the middle of nowhere. Nobody speaks English.
Okay. When you make music with these guys.
No, okay, so when we started to play,
Okay.
you don't need to talk.
Okay.
Music is another language,
Okay.
and the songs are the songs, and you can do what you do, and at that point, talking is done. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Yes.
I always say music is like boxing, or it's like professional fighting, because you can talk in the interview, you can say whatever you want. At some point, the cage is going to close, or the bell is going to ring, and there's no more talking. So I always say music is like fighting. It's like professional fighting.
Okay. When you play in front of 10,000 people, no? Giusto? 10.000?
Perfect.
Or more with Jovanotti,
with Nicolo, with Ultimo.
with Ultimo, the stadium. What is the really fit?
The feeling.
Sì, the people fit. You, come si dice che tu senti?
Oh, what do I feel?
Yes.
Yeah.
Besides, I want to piss myself. No, no, no. It's an. So here's the crazy thing. You would think that the more people, the more energy you feel. It's not true. It's not always the truth. Sometimes you feel more energy from a smaller group of people tighter together.
Okay.
In a club because they're closer. Like you can actually see their expressions. In the stadium, I have a running joke. After being on tour last year, I did Giorgia and Ultimo together. It just became faces and people. Like it just bodies and faces.
Okay. But the voices.
The voices. Okay, when 80,000 people go, yeah, that's way different than 80. Yeah, no. 80,000 people screaming is something impressive. To see that many people. No, I always think, man, you know, at any point, if they don't like what they're playing and they rush the stage, there's nothing we can do. You have to think about that for 1 second.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's 5 guys in the front of the stage with 60,000 people. Yeah, cool, bro. I feel safe, yes.
I mean,
you know? No, it's an adrenaline rush. I'm joking. I'm joking around, but no. It's an adrenaline rush I can't explain. It's like it's drugs, man.
I know.
It's the
no, I don't know, but
it's like when the tour is finished, the part I miss most is that part. Is giving everything I have, and somehow they understand and they give it back, and it's an honest exchange. And when the tour is finished, you never really get that high again. You know, like it's just, you know what I mean. You're never flying that high again. It's a drug. It's an adrenaline rush. Yeah.
I don't know what this feel.
I jumped out of airplanes.
I was okay.
I was in the military, so you're paracaduta. Okay. It's close. It's kind of the feeling. It's really close. It's close.
Okay. Before this moment, you have some come si dice gesto scaramantico.
Routine.
Yes, some routine.
My Italian is getting better.
Okay.
No. Yeah. I warm up. Because I'm old now. I have to stretch.
Stretch, okay.
No, I warm up. I listen to music. I smoke a joint.
And relax yourself.
I laugh with the band. I try to clear my brain. I have to think about one thing for a short amount of time.
Okay.
So, clear the mind and think about one thing. That thing.
Okay.
That's it. And go. Just relax. The problem is you're so excited. It's difficult you have to come down. You have to balance your adrenaline. Otherwise, you'll play too hard on the first 2 or 3 songs.
yeah.
Okay.
And you're done for the other 2 hours.
when the drummers take off the t-shirt,
No, okay.
the change.
No, listen, please don't make fun of me.
Okay.
Stop laughing. No, stop laughing. No. So basically, the whole shirt off thing was last year. So last year, every day we would go to rehearsal because we have the production rehearsal in the stadium. Every day we go to rehearsal, they'd say, it's the hottest day of the year. And every day it was hotter to the point we were doing rehearsal in 41. It was we were playing at night, 39 at 11 o'clock at night. With all, I have 40 metri of LED lights, folky, bomb. It's hot. So I would start with my shirt. And what would happen is at some point, it would be light blue and then it would just be dark blue.
It's not a danger for the feed on the
The hands?
Yes.
No, this is technique.
Technique.
Yeah, no, my hands get beat up though. I mean,
Okay.
you can't help that. Yeah, my hands are terrible right now. I'm practicing a lot right now.
Okay. When you arrived in Salento, you married a... Possiamo dirlo?
No, I arrived in Salento before that.
Okay, before the...
Yes, but before all of that, in 2005, 6.
Okay.
I met Giuliano San Giorgi.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's
The
one
first
of.
touch with Salento?
Yeah, no. He's one of my best friends.
Okay.
One of my first friends in Italy.
Okay.
He's the sixth person I met who spoke English.
Okay.
Yeah. And I used to have some days off, and it wouldn't be enough to go back to America. And then I would just be sitting in the hotel by myself. So sometime he would call me and say, hey, come to Salento. So I remember taking a plane to the little airport in Brindisi and going to his house here and hanging out in Cupertino at his mom's house and meeting everybody here and these things. And yeah, it started there. Yeah, actually, I met Valentina not in Salento at all.
Okay.
No, we met somewhere else. Yeah.
Okay. What is the...
She just happened to be from here, yeah.
Okay. What is your favorite place in the world?
Okay, we'll start from Salento.
The first?
It's one of my favorite places
Okay.
in the world, yeah. Salento,
Applauso.
Salento, Mauritius.
Mauritius? Okay.
I love Australia.
Okay.
And the top of my list is Tokyo, Japan, bro. I love that.
Japan. You love the place of the people and culture?
No, actually, in Tokyo, I love the place, I love the people, I love
Okay.
the culture. I lived there for a year and 4 months. I was working there with a Japanese artist, and I lived there for a year, and it's a different place, like culturally, like. Okay, here's a story, right?
Okay. Let's go.
We arrived there to work, and every night we're going out in Shibuya, drinking sake and going out. And one night, my friend, he was a monitor engineer, he left his wallet in the taxi.
Okay.
The next person who got in the taxi made the taxi driver drive back to the hotel where we were staying, found us drinking more in the bar, came and gave us the wallet, right? My friend offered to pay the taxi because wherever he was going, he didn't get there,
I know.
right? And he brought it back, and the guy said, no, we can't take money. This is our culture. They bowed and left, no matter what he tried to do. And the people in the hotel said, no, it's the culture, don't do it. And it's just those little things about living there that I found. It's not something you experience often, but it's when you're there for a while, you start to see these little differences in the culture. How people were wearing masks there before COVID, because if they were sick, they didn't want to get you sick.
I know.
You see, it's the other way around. If they were already sick, they would wear a mask, not to get you sick. So it's another
point of view.
Another concept completely. Yeah, different way to live. So, different level of consideration.
For the people.
For your environment, your space.
You don't tell your origins, Bronx.
The Bronx?
Yes. In this.
No, it's very Bronx there.
Okay.
No. In all the politeness, they're very direct on what's up.
Okay.
Yeah. Remember, it's the land of the samurai. Those are straight rules, man. Yeah.
I don't know, but because I never go to.
No. It's real out there. Yeah.
What is Anzi, who is your favorite artist of all of time?
That's a hard question. I
Tell me two.
Okay. Two, right off the top.
Yes.
Donny Hathaway,
Okay.
Beethoven,
Beethoven.
John Coltrane,
John Coltrane.
Miles Davis,
Beethoven because your grandma played Beethoven?
No, Beethoven because he's a G.
Okay.
He wrote some wild shit. Yeah.
The first...
Yeah, and all of the classical music that I've had to study between high school and Berkeley, and working, the one that touched, the composer that touched me the most is Beethoven.
The first metalhead of history.
Yeah, you know what's up.
Yeah. Qualche domanda? Ti vedevo. Ti vedevo, Gianluca. The first interview, Gianluca Lotteria.
Hey, man. You should put him on all
First
the time.
talks together.
You should put him on all the time, man.
Yes.
Let's see.
Yeah, man.
What do you think is the best place to learn to be a musician? I mean, the environment, the best environment.
I will always and forever say New York.
Mm-hmm.
But the world has become a small place now because of technology and information. So I would say the best place now to become a musician is where there are other musicians like you who are not lazy and want to get out and play and jam and push a little bit. This is the best environment to be a musician now, where there's activity. There were so many years in the last 15 years where all the clubs start closing. There's no place to play live anymore. And then COVID happened and
everything stopped.
So I would say after COVID, the rules have changed. I would say the best place to be is where there's an environment or where you are able to be a part of creating an environment like you're doing with this, exactly like what you're doing. You're creating an environment where young musicians and musicians can come and play. And that's the environment where people like me can come and listen and say, that drummer's good. I got a gig maybe I can't do. Let me call him. That's how I got on. I was in New York playing in the clubs. And the older guys heard me. And they gave me a shot. You understand?
Yes.
So I would say, be where there's an environment of music. That can be anywhere at this point. Mm-hmm. There's pockets of it everywhere now.
Okay, we have a vision. We have a vision to have a meet between the professional musician and young musician, because the young musician can learn.
See, and even that's different. And it's why I want to come to this jam session. Is why I'm happy you're doing it. Is why I'm doing master classes around. Because when I was coming up, Billy Cobham, he was a god. But in my neighborhood was Steve Jordan, Will Calhoun from Living Color. You understand?
Yes, yes.
These guys were in my neighborhood, and the older guys now don't do this. Hey, come here, man, let me tell you something. No, they do this. No. You know, and when I was coming up, it wasn't like this. If you were serious and they saw you were serious and you played well, they gave you an opportunity. They took you under their wing. They tried to give you as much information as fast as possible. You understand?
Yes.
That's the point. So, and it's not about talking. Sometimes they just see something you do. I used to see something they would do. Okay. You know, the point is this. This is why, yes. This is why you, yes, make the bridge. It's important. And more of the older guys should come and speak. Because time is time, and the next group is coming. And the best thing you can do is give the information. That's it.
And about this topic, how you think social media can help with gatekeeping? With
First of all, everybody have to stop playing a lot of notes on the internet. This is not music. This is showmanship. This is facility. This is virtual. You know, it's all good. It's all great. But if you want to start to share, you have to start to give information. do a master class on your platform. In fact, I think Charlotte was talking about this.
Yes.
To do a master class here, put it on the internet, on the platform. Just give a variety of things that are useful information, not 30, 40 seconds of chops. You understand?
Yes, yes.
That's useful in one direction. It doesn't tell you how to get a gig, doesn't tell you what contract you should have, doesn't tell you how the endorsement game works. It doesn't tell you any of that. It tells you one thing, and it's good, but it's not the only thing. That's how I think social media would help. It's a big machine. You just, it's like the record company.
Vertical information is the...
Exactly. I tell everybody, it's like the record company, right? Or I worked at X Factor for several years. Everybody's angry at X Factor. X Factor's not the problem. X Factor is like a big machine, right? And what you put inside is what you get out. It's just shinier. So if it was crap when it went in, it's just shiny crap when it come out. They don't become better musicians in 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Doesn't work like that. So it's not the machine, it's about the choices being made of what's going inside and direction they take when they're inside. You understand? The record company is the same thing. Man, I don't even know if that lady right there sing, but I bet you if she can go dance a little bit, the record company make her star, because the machine is the machine.
Okay.
So don't be mad at the machine. You have to be angry what's going inside.
You have to become angry for learn before to go to...
Right. You don't get to study at work. Feel me? Like you go on the airplane, right? I don't think the pilot's learning while you fly.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like, so I don't understand why people treat music like that. You know what I mean? Like, you go to get surgery. The doctor's not learning. Right?
Okay.
He's not trying to pass school on you.
Experience made you.
Yeah, experience is the first thing. Skill and experience. It's a balance of these two things. And the more of those you have, the more further you go. Just a simple equation. That's it.
Okay, this is the first skills you learned to become a professional musician? Or what is the first skills?
Playing time.
Okay.
Rhythm.
Playing time.
It's true.
You work all the time. They call you first.
You as a very, very talented DJ, is the truth, because not the technique. I don't tell about technique.
Yeah, I am not a DJ.
But I tell about the selection of music. I'm a DJ too, but not hip hop DJ. You don't hip hop DJ, no?
Not only. Yeah.
Oh, not only. But why you are a DJ?
Okay, so the triangle of hip hop.
Okay.
DJing, breakdancing, and graffiti.
Okay.
This is the triangle of hip hop. If nobody tells you this, they don't know what they're talking about.
Okay.
This is the triangle of hip hop. DJing, breakdancing, and graffiti. It starts from that. You do any one of those three things, that means you live in a way. You understand? Yes. So, you understand what I'm saying? You live in a way. Okay. So, and I became a DJ because it's close to the drums. I had an uncle who was a great DJ. He was on New York radio for years, and I used to go to his house when I was young, and he would practice and select records and I told you my grandfather was a club owner.
Yes.
So I got to see Larry Levan practice, when I was a kid. So I was always been fascinated with, I'm playing drums and these guys are playing records, but they're getting the same effect from the people, sometimes bigger from the turntable than from the band, right?
Wow.
So I started to see that and go, okay, I'm interested in it. Also, I was a horrible break dancer.
Okay.
So the only thing else in the triangle to do was paint the train or
Okay.
DJ. so that was...
Two is better than one.
Two is better than one. I tried to close the triangle, but my breakdancing skills wasn't so good, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, you can learn.
So I was painting trains and DJing, you know what I'm saying? And no, it's just, it was a hobby. that I don't want to call it a hobby because I take it serious, but it's like my second instrument. You know, I look at the turntables as another medium of music. Like, it's just another way to get the vibe out. You know, if I'm not playing, I can get the vibe out by doing that too. I figured out, okay, it's the same thing. You know, and I carry less.
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay. What MYLIOUS listen in the headphones, in the shower or in the car? What is your best reference?
In general, it's never too much new.
Okay.
I listen to a lot of old stuff, man. Like, yeah, and it's not one genre of anything. It's I like all the music.
All the music.
Yeah. Sometimes I put the iTunes, Spotify, random.
Okay, your best Italian artist? You know? Okay. For your work, maybe.
No, I can say. I don't care about
okay.
this. Oh.
Okay.
I care zero about that.
Okay.
No, my favorite Italian artist. So it's a different question. That I work with or that I just like?
Oh, just like.
Pavarotti is probably my favorite artist.
Pavarotti.
Yeah, and I'll tell you why. Because in America, we got a lot of him.
Okay.
Like, he was on TV all the time. Like, we knew a lot about his life. He did a lot of interviews, and I kind of dug him as a person. He had great style, and he loved to eat. He was a wild dude, man. He was always hanging out with Frank Sinatra and Quincy Jones, like all the guys I really like. He was hanging out with them all the time. So, like, one of my favorite overall Italian artists is Pavarotti, and then Lucio Dalla I like a lot. I like Lucio Dalla.
Maybe the most important Italian.
And overall, Pino Daniele. He's your Stevie Wonder, man. He's Italian.
The greatest Italian musician.
He's Italian Stevie Wonder, man.
Yes.
His harmony, his way. He's Italian Stevie Wonder to me. And then that I work with, my favorite artist that I've worked with to play drums, Jovanotti. That's a drummer's gig. That guy don't sing. It's just rhythm for 3 hours.
Okay.
It's a drummer gig, right? Musically, Giorgia. It's the closest to home. It sounds like playing in New York. Feels like playing in my church. Her presence is a lot like people I know from home, like family and things, how she is. So the closest artist musically and for other things is Giorgia.
Okay, my friend. Allora, intanto thank you for this interview, for your time, for your passion. I'm very grateful for you, with you. Okay, tu Gianluca?
I'm okay.
Okay, I really happy because Gianluca first time in this table with you.
È spacca, bro.
Yeah, spacca. He's a great musician, but he don't play never.
No. Why?
For
now. But today maybe.
Wait. What do you play, man?
Guitar, bass.
No, we play
Today.
Come on.
All right.
Okay.
Only for you.
Okay.
Today, man. What do you mean, bro?
Okay.
Okay, perfect.
You got me at the house, man.
Of course.
Okay. Allora, I know you have a present for us.
I do. You hit me up and you said, man, everyone signs the wall or leaves something.
Okay.
And I said, okay, I'm going to go big.
Wow.
We have to sign it. Put it on the wall.
Okay.
We have to sign it up. Yeah.
Have a story of this?
No, it's no story. Actually, it is a little story.
Okay.
So, I switched from Sabian cymbals to
Okay.
UFIP maybe like 5 years ago.
Okay.
And one of the first cymbals they gave me, I was trying to try all the series because I wasn't familiar with all of them. One of the first cymbals they sent me was this one. And I thought to myself, man, this cymbal's really dry. I wish it was big, blah, blah. And then I lost the cymbal somewhere in my studio. I couldn't find the cymbal for like ever. Anyway, later I went back to the factory. I got a bunch of cymbals. And just a few days ago, packing the drums for Ultimo, I found the cymbal.
Okay.
And it was the day you called me for the interview.
Wow.
The same day. When you said, hey, can you do this interview? You wrote me for the interview. I said, I found the symbol. So I said, okay, this is the gift I have to give him.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Beh, allora,
Destiny.
my brother. Allora, this is Thank you, my friend.
Thank you, bro.
Allora, if you want to come again,
Oh, man.
when you
Listen,
want.
listen, man.
Okay.
So here's the deal. My record is coming out,
Okay,
and I'm gonna make you a deal, and we'll talk with Charlotte. Sitting here, I had an idea.
okay,
I will do the showcase for my project here
Okay.
with Fabio Viso.
okay.
And we'll do it here, and we'll do an interview, and we'll debut, we'll play, and we'll do it here, man.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll organize it well. We'll organize it with you, man.
Okay.
Yeah, man,
Okay.
because I wanted to do one at home. I was like, I don't know where. We'll do it right here. We'll do the podcast. We'll just play. We'll hang out, interview the guys. Fabio's a great artist himself. Should have him on, too. Yeah.
Thank you, my friend.
No doubt. Bless.
Would be a pleasure.
Absolutely.
Okay.
We playing later anyway, bro.
Of course.
Ok, allora, now we start the jam.
Yeah.
We wait up people. Niente, ci beviamo un bel gin tonic adesso, forse 2, forse 3.
Con Hendrix.
Con Hendrix. Ok, what's your favorite Italian food?
Amatriciana.
Amatriciana.
Carbonara. Wait.
Roma qua, eh?
No. I like sugo con cavallo.
Ah, pezzetti.
Pezzetti,
Ah.
sì.
Pittole, no?
Sì, pittole un po', polpetta.
Polpette.
Pasticciotto. Io abito Galatino, bro.
Bene,
La pasticciotto. Io mangio tutto, bro. Infatti, ok, adesso io ho detto la cosa. Io voglio detto
Adesso parli italiano.
di Italia. La qualità di vita in Italia è una cosa meravigliosa. And secondo me, sometimes
Ok.
I think, like people in New York, la gente in Italia take it for granted sometimes how well you live. I've been very lucky to tour all of Italy in 20 years. I think I've seen more of Italy than most Italians.
I know.
Of course.
And I can tell you this, I have never eaten bad anywhere in this country. Zero. Nowhere you eat, don't eat well, it's not clean, it's nowhere.
I know.
Like seriously, like
Siamo fortunati.
You know, United States, blah, 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 but you can go one street to the next and
You prefer the sea or the mountains?
I like them both, but
Okay.
I'm a New Yorker, so I didn't grow up with white sand and clear water. It's concrete. I like the sea. I'm a boat guy.
Ok. Ok, my friend, thank you. We start the jam now.
Yeah, let's do it. Thank you guys. Thank you to Coffeeness. Really good work, man.